a 150-pound Bullmastiff that strangers crossed the street to avoid. A dog so large that people stopped mid-sentence just to stare. A woman living alone who was told more than once that keeping him was irresponsible, impractical, and honestly, a little reckless. What they didn't know, and what took one ordinary afternoon in the park to prove, was that every single person who ever crossed that street to avoid Meech had completely misread him. And the moment a stranger finally stopped running was the moment this neighborhood understood what a gentle giant actually means. His name was Meech, 150 pounds of Bullmastiff, a cross between an English Mastiff and an English Bulldog, with a face so deeply wrinkled, it looked like he was permanently thinking about something that troubled him. Lauren had adopted him 2 years earlier, when he was still a puppy. Large already, but manageable. Or so she thought. She had done her research. She knew the breed. She knew the numbers. What the research did not prepare her for was the moment she walked into that shelter, looked at his face for the first time, and started crying in front of a room full of strangers. She signed the papers the same afternoon. The first months were a negotiation Lauren did not win. She had rules. No dogs on the bed. No dogs in the bedroom. Clear boundaries, clearly communicated. Meech listened carefully to every single rule and then ignored all of them with the calm confidence of someone who had already decided how things were going to go. By week 3, he was sleeping in the doorway of her bedroom. By week 6, he was inside the room. By month 2, he was on the bed, taking up exactly 2/3 of the mattress, leaving Lauren a narrow strip along the edge that she had simply accepted as her side. She tried moving him once. He opened one eye, looked at her, and went back to sleep. That was the end of the negotiation. Outside was a different story entirely. On good weather days, Meech had a system. He would walk with Lauren until he found a spot he liked, usually a patch of sun on the pavement, and then he would sit down and refuse to move. Not growling, not pulling, simply sitting, immovable, 150 pounds of absolute certainty that this was where he intended to stay. Lauren tried commands, she tried treats, she tried walking ahead and calling him. Once, she sat down beside him on the pavement and waited for 17 minutes because, as she put it, there was simply no point. When Meech decided the walk was over, the walk was over. What the neighborhood saw was something else entirely. A woman being dragged, they assumed. A dangerous animal, they decided. A lady across the street called out once that he looked intimidating. A man pulled his child to his other side without saying anything. 2 joggers changed their route 3 days in a row. Lauren always said the same thing in those moments. He is not going to bother you. But words only carry so far when what people are looking at is the size of his head. Meech never barked at any of them. He never pulled toward them. He simply walked beside Lauren, steady and unhurried, as if the fear around him was weather he had long since stopped noticing. If you are still watching and have not subscribed yet, hit that button now and keep going. Because what happened one Saturday morning at Riverside Park is the part of this story that Lauren says changed everything. Not just for her, but for every person on that street who had ever crossed the other side. She had not planned anything. She was not trying to prove a point. She was just walking Meech the way she walked him every weekend, hoping he would not sit down in the middle of the path and refuse to move. Which he did anyway, at the exact center of the main trail at 9:43 in the morning. A little girl, no older than 5, broke away from her father before he could reach for her. She ran straight toward Meech with both arms out, the way small children run toward things that delight them without any thought of consequence. The father's voice cracked when he called her name. Lauren stepped forward, but Meech was already moving, slowly, lowering his enormous, wrinkled head toward the child with a gentleness that seemed almost deliberate, almost practiced, as if he understood exactly what this moment required. The girl grabbed both sides of his face and pressed her forehead against his nose. Meech sat down. His tail swept the ground in long, slow arcs. He did not move, did not pull back, did not make a sound. The father stood completely still for several seconds. Then he exhaled and said quietly, "I did not expect that." Lauren looked at him. "Nobody ever does," she said. That moment spread the way those moments do. The father told his neighbors. The neighbors started stopping on their walks. The woman who had called Meech intimidating began bringing treats on Thursdays. The joggers who had changed their route came back and asked if they could pet him. At the dog park, Meech ignored every other dog entirely and walked directly to the humans, moving from person to person, collecting scratches with the quiet efficiency of someone working a room. Today, Meech is 3 years old. He still takes 2/3 of the bed. He still sits down on sunny days and waits until he is ready to move. He still believes, with total sincerity, that 150 pounds is exactly the right size for a lapdog. And every person on that street who once crossed to the other side now crosses back just to say hello. Some dogs are not too much. The world is just too small in its assumptions. Would you adopt a dog that everyone around you was afraid of? Tell me in the comments.